What's up, Juventini? Has the next contract saga already hit Juventus? I said you could see this a mile away on the last live show, and here we are. Juve and Dusan Vlahovic, we've got the latest details on what could go down there. And then next summer, has Giuntoli already identified a key target? It's a name that was already linked with Giuntoli and Juve, and one that many of you fans have already thrown out. We'll look at that one. The injury front, we've got good news and bad news, and then clarification on the Kostic, Arthur, and Champions League list reintegration. All right, I'm Berto. This is the AJ Sear channel dedicated to Juventus. It's September 4th. Let's rock with the news, and we're going to kick things off with the next saga that could be upon us in terms of contracts, and it is Dusan Vlahovic. So the latest news suggests that there have already been first contacts and first discussions between the club and the player and his entourage at bringing the wages down. He's currently at 10.5 million euros net, which is going to very quickly become 12 million euros net. Juve's goal is to bring it down below what it's currently at 10.5 million euros. It's reported that Juve could meet him in the middle and get him to 10 million euros after bonuses. Now, the early indications are that the player is not enthusiastic about doing this. However, Vlahovic wants to remain at Juventus, and he is in Motta's plans, and Juve would like Dusan Vlahovic to stay. Now, if an agreement is reached, this is great news all around, but the early indications again suggest he's not enthusiastic about doing so. Okay, so will he be swayed? Will the team's performances, will Motta be able to sway the player's decision? If not, next summer, we head into a final contract year for Dusan Vlahovic, and if his performances are not up to par enough to entice teams to come in and take him on a 12 million euro salary, this is going to be potentially a very challenging situation and scenario for Juventus next summer. So let's see what happens. In the end, what do you think Vlahovic will do? Do you believe he will bring down his wages to remain at Juve? Hit me in the comments. As far as next summer goes, well, Jonathan David. He is the name apparently Giuntoli has identified as a key target. He is going to be entering free agency after this season, and the early indications are, with already previous links between Giuntoli and the player, that the Canadian international could be sought after by Cristiano Giuntoli as a key target in strengthening Motta's squad next season. How do you personally feel about Jonathan David? Hit me in the comments. All right, now on the injury front, we got some bad news and we have some good news. The good news is that Adzic has returned to training. Okay, the bad news today, Conceição had to stop training due to a muscular injury. We will know where it stands tomorrow, as tomorrow he is set to undergo some tests. So the latest, Adzic back, Conceição, unfortunately, muscular injury and is currently out. Okay, now with clarification on Kostic and Arthur. Kostic obviously not on Champions League list, but Arthur finds himself on it. So the latest reports today suggest that with Arthur, the potential for reintegration is there. Man, we are going to have so many midfielders on that list, but with Kostic, there is no chance at reintegration. All right, so Juve has simply two options there for the player. It is either you accept a transfer and take your leave. Juve is only asking for 8 million euros, or you remain and simply sit out the entire season. That's apparently what's been laid out for Kostic. Now, Kostic has refused Al Ain, Southampton, Frankfurt, a list of other clubs. He is not accepting any moves. Will this change? The foreign windows are set to close very soon as well, so we have eyes on this one. But apparently Arthur could be reinstated and Kostic not at all. Let's see. And last, Szczesny, a great interview was put out there shedding light on the situation at Juventus, where he claimed that he sat down with Giuntoli and a renewal made no sense. because he was going to be offered a renewal and was offered a renewal by Giuntoli, but Szczesny let his intentions be known that after the 2025 season, when the current contract he was on ended, he was going to retire. And he said, I could have renewed and I could have stolen money, but that wasn't right. He's a real one for that, okay? And he continued. He was surprised, though, however, that Juve decided to bring in Di Gregorio, which he read about the deal in the papers and everything. And at that point, he simply decided that it would probably best for both parties to simply part ways, and that's why they reached the agreement. All right, so there you have it. But Szczesny, a real one for not taking the renewal and simply getting in guaranteed money, knowing what his intention was. And Juve probably saw at that moment that this was the time to pounce on Di Gregorio, who Szczesny says he respects a lot, and jump on their next guy for several years to come. Hey, great stuff there. Good insight as to how it was happening. Szczesny did also add this little tidbit that he was definitely treated with respect by Giuntoli and Juventus and management the whole way through. So there you have it, everybody. That's your news break. You guys know the drill, all right? Like the video, subscribe, join our AJC army, all right? But let me know what you think about all the news you just heard here today, and let's mix it up in the comments. I'm back tomorrow, as always, with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, ciao tutti.